in a public place within the city of Amory directly serves that interest by avoiding and or reducing the further spread of COVID-19 and minimizing the strain on healthcare resources while enabling the continuation of essential services, businesses, and social and commercial life. Whereas every individual aged 5 and older who is present in the city of Amory should wear a face covering that covers their nose and mouth in the indoor areas accessible to the public. And also, if 2 or more individuals riding in a municipal vehicle will be required to do so also. Now, therefore, this declaration is enacted by the City Council this 18th day of November, 2020. Any discussion?
Well, I think this is about time that we do something like this, Paul. And I've had several emails from people encouraging the City Council to take a stand on this issue. And I'm sure you have too. So I think it's something we need to do. We probably should have done it long ago, but nevertheless, I think our citizens deserve the City Council to take a stand on this issue. And I would also be in favor of forwarding this to the City Council tomorrow at their special meeting.
Is that a motion?
Yes, that's a motion.
Is there a second?
A second, and some discussion.
Good. Motion second and go ahead with discussion.
I'm just asking for my purposes, what exactly does a proclamation do that hasn't already been done? It doesn't seem like it's going to do anything except say it's a good idea.
It doesn't really have teeth in it. And I'm not sure that we can do that.
Well, I think that there are communities. Well, there are communities who have passed ordinances, which is something that has teeth in it.
And as I've always said, we keep passing ordinances and they require enforcement. And that's the reality of it. How are you going to enforce that?
Put a lot of strain on the police if you tried to enforce it too hard, wouldn't you?
I guess what's the intent? Are we trying to protect the people of the community or just not do something because it's too hard?
The intent, I believe, is to keep hammering out to the people, the residents of the city, of the county, of the state, that this is important. Keep hammering out and telling the people that the more they hear it, the more they'll maybe pay attention and follow these recommendations. We looked at this as the mayor's proclamation. We also looked at this as a resolution. A resolution would be forward to the city council and actually be backed by the city council. But in this proclamation, it says in the last paragraph, now therefore this declaration is enacted by the city council on the 18th day of November, 2020.
I guess a resolution is, if you think of the word resolve, the council is resolving to follow that guideline that the mayor just spoke in his proclamation. And I have to agree with Julie, with an ordinance that comes with fines and fees. We're going to have to really be diligent about making sure that our police go out there and they fine everybody who's not wearing a mask. And there's a lot of instances. Well, there's a lot of instances where people should be wearing masks, and there's other instances where people can't. So I guess you have to be very cognizant of that as well when you're having our police that.
You'd have to set up a fine thing.
You'd have to set up a fine. You have to schedule the fees. There'd have to be fines involved. And an ordinance is our law. And I agree with Julie on that.
Well, I understand those things. It's just that what are we, it's good to be resolved to support those positions. I guess it's important then that we also make sure that when we're in the community that we make sure that we support those businesses that do that, we pay attention to the health professionals who are telling us that it's important. And I guess I just wanted to make sure that we're highlighting that enough, because another resolution is, just like saying today is Butter Day in Amory. That doesn't do much.
I think we're really tied up right now too with Polk County. Polk County doesn't enforce it, and
Because it's on.
in the state either. So I guess we're kind of,
Right.
we could do an ordinance.
It's not something that's really enforceable. I guess we're trying to make sure that people
They just do it being
use
okay.
the information that they're given and do the right thing. But I just wanted to make sure that we know what we're actually doing, and if this is it, then that's okay. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
May I just add one more thing? I was pleased to receive an email from Tom Hartman, who is the current president of the Amory Community Club, and his email went out to all the business places, all the city council members, the mayor too, that is trying to enforce all businesses, their employees and so forth, to wear masks and to make sure if you're in a restaurant or a bar that people are social distancing. So yeah, I think we have to keep hammering this to the public. And if the Amory Free Press puts this proclamation in the paper next week, it's going to have more exposure. We just have to keep on, because this virus is not going away.
Right. And I definitely will be sending this to the Free Press once it's approved, and it'll be on our website. And
probably by this time, everybody on the council has probably either knows someone directly affected or has relatives or friends that are directly affected, and it is nothing to be casual about.
Well, I can speak to that. I've had it, and my husband currently has COVID pneumonia. So yes, I carry the flag for this issue.
Yeah, when you're laying in bed for 3 days and can't breathe, it hits home. So there's been a motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Okay, motion carried. Are we skipping number 2 then?
yeah, Tom actually asked if we could just eliminate number 2 because he wants to do a little further research on this issue. So I guess if we could just table this for a future public safety meeting.
Very well. Item number 3, adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Do all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you, Patty.
Thanks,
Yeah, you're
Patty
welcome,
and
Mary.
Matt.